Hey y'all, hey, happy hump day. I hope everybody's having a blessed Wednesday. I can't believe how quick the week is flying. Like, dang, it was just Super Bowl Sunday, and now, you know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh, the week is a flying, okay? Thank you for the copyright disclaimer, Barbie. I got it pinned. I appreciate you, sister. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reports, scholarship, research, and educational purposes. Hey, Time Warp says, hey, goddess. What's going on, sisters? With the educational part comes because we have to educate each other and our communities on a lot of stuff that's going on. It's more going on than just the Epstein files. Okay. Hey, Will, what up, bro? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Precious sis. Hey, sisters. What's going on? Hey, Erica, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, 80s blessed baby. Sherry. Hey, girls. Hey, happy Wednesday. Y'all doing all right out there? Hey, Tracy. What's going on? Hey, Yana, what you been doing? What? How you been? Elnia, it's nice seeing you. Something sweet. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Samad? Happy Wednesday to you guys. Y'all doing all right? Hey, Karen B. Hey, Angel, baby. Valerie, baby. What it do, sisters? Getting ready for Cardi B on my way to Vegas, okay? Hey, Khalil, what up, girl? Hey, Yachty. Happy Wednesday to you, lady. Sweet honey, I see you. Yes, I'm good. It's been a blessed day so far. Okay, good. Hey, Conspiracy Thug, what it do? Thank you for coming through. What up, Miss Low-Key? What up, sister? Educating about a lot of stuff that's going on because again, I'm glad that Mel and Pretty Trucker hit the link yesterday. I've been missing you, but catching up. Thank you, Elnie. I appreciate you. I miss you. It's nice seeing you. Okay. Hey, Erica, Red, what's going on, sister? I hope all y'all having a blessed day, okay? The weather's nice. Y'all see I got the windows up, letting that fresh air come through here. It's good not seeing ice and snow. I'm over it. I'm over it. Hey, Tunisha. Man, I'm over it. Hey, Sylvia, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Um, Educating because in the Epstein files, names are flying out. You know what I'm saying? Names are coming out every which way. I can't even keep up with everybody. Hey, Big Mama, happy Wednesday, sis. Um, but educating our communities, educating our children on being aware of predators and different things. Also educating about how dirty these people are, putting these viruses in the air in our communities, flooding the communities once again with death due to power, popularity, population control and stuff like that, money, greed and stuff. So it brings, when it's power and money involved, you best believe it's some sex trafficking going on. Children are involved, and like I said, the our food, not just that, our food, vaccines, vaccines, and viruses. A whole lot of corruption mixed in one, huh? When you go reading these files, them doing stuff against other countries is in those files as well. So when you're reading something about somebody wanting to do something to you, it starts a war. So that's what it is. It's really war going on out here. He said the other day, Trump said they need to quit reading the Epstein files, quit focusing on the Epstein files when we're at civil war. A war that he wants to cause because he knew once these files got released that these other countries and everybody in America was going to see what was really going on. And again, the ladies was correct yesterday. This was Epstein's diary. This was Epstein's big one, his tell all. And boy, did he tell all. And I don't even think it was to cover his tracks or anything. But it definitely is a lot of puzzle pieces to this puzzle. It's bigger than all of us. It's bigger than we'll ever know. To even have Camilla in there taking the life of Princess Diana is crazy work. To see John Benet Ramsey's name in there is crazy work. They treated her case bigger than they did any black child. They didn't even give Nazaria Harris or Janiyah McMichael Rogers or none of our girls, London Thomas, this type of traction that they did John Benet Ramsey. And I see why. Now I see exactly why. I want to play a clip from yesterday. Cause again, when Kanye West had his outburst against Jay-Z, right, Sherry? Right, Will? When Kanye had his outburst against Jay-Z, I said, my God, they're gonna take his life. Based off of what you heard, you can't believe everything you heard, but there is truth in some lies. Okay? Hey, Miss Gemini, happy Wednesday, sis. There is always truth in some lies. And we've always heard stories about Jay-Z from Foxy Brown, Aaliyah. Way before it was ever a Cathy White. Way before it was a Beyonce, Jay-Z's name rung through. Even Dame Dash. But then me and Shank went to sleep last night and we woke up together at like 2 in the morning, right? And The Godfather came on. The Godfather came on. She said, everything we eat is poison. Please pray and apply. Yeah. Government is still killing people. The world is a stage of temporal. It's about to burn up. Sylvia, you correct. So we watched Godfather. It was Godfather 3, then Godfather came on. We was up till 5 o'clock. And Shank said, there goes Jay-Z. And I couldn't understand why he said, I was like, why are you saying that? He said, look. And Jay-Z was him in The Godfather. He did a CD. And he said, you can't knock the hustle. And guess what? The character that is he's portraying to be on that CD, he was a snake. He was a snake. He sat down and he said, I want the money and the power and the politicians. He said he wanted it all. The character that he portrayed on his CD, he said he wanted it all. Because see, you don't just put that character on your CD and portray them to be, you have to watch that character act and what he says and does in this movie to take on that persona, right? And as I go back and Shank is showing me how he was snaking everybody, killing to get to the top. Killing to get to the top. To be the only one standing. If we go back, they all gave us signs and hints. Yeah. But I want to play this really quick for y'all and let y'all hear what Jaguar Wright had to say.
The next big thing is here.
Hold on.
It's in your pocket. Loads of new games.
Come on, YouTube, with these commercials going so slow now. Y'all be making like it's 5 seconds. It's longer than 5 seconds. Stop it.
Electrified gaming action with non-stop chances to win.
Jag, with Jay-Z in his situation, as far as the early Jay-Z, you see him with Aaliyah Young, of course, goes to Dame Dash next. You see him with Foxy Brown. You see the maturation of Beyonce and him getting with Beyonce. You see Rihanna at a young age. Is it more so, and you were young as a singer, is it more so that, when you're in this industry, men are going to most likely talk and date their peers? And it's just that technically all the new rising stars at that time
are
were just young women, just young kids.
Babies.
Babies.
Being ran around by grown men.
Your W-2 and file your taxes.
Hold on, y'all. Sorry about the commercial.
Babies. I got offered my first record deal when I was 13 years old. I got offered another one when I was 15. I'm so grateful that my father said no. I ended up not signing a record deal until I was in my early 20s. And as young as that is, looking back now, at least I was a legal adult. Most of these girls,
Swear,
they
TT.
get moved around and touched around very early on. And, you know, and the people that have control of everything are untouchable. So how do you argue with that?
How do you argue with that? She said the people that are bringing the young ladies in, they're untouchable. So who can fight against it? When nothing, hey, nay, one thing. How do you fight against power, people with power? Because Shank Rock said it best yesterday. It's going to keep happening. We're going to keep seeing it. You can't. Are our kids really protected? Can we really protect our children? That's how you know she was the truth. She admitted her part. She was of age. Yeah.
How do you argue with that?
Hey,
Imagine a teenage girl in an office alone with someone that says either you're going to sign this contract or you're going to go out the window. Like, even as a joke, that's not cool. With no lawyer there to look over the contract. No one. Just you and this adult.
And you know what it's like going in a room. You really great to live your dream and stuff like that. You ready for the big time. You ready for the lights, cameras, actions. You ready for the big time. You ready for the money to come rolling in. And they say, hey, Jazzy, hey, Goddess, happy Wednesday, sisters. And you got somebody saying, hey, sign this contract. And you really signing your soul over. You really signing. They don't even know what they're reading. She said, you ain't got a lawyer in the room or nothing. And even when you go to the R. Kelly situation and stuff, you got to go back to them parents. Nobody says anything about the parents. We stay on these predators, the monsters of it all. What about those parents that allowed their child to go sit in the studio? What song was they on? Let's ask that. What song was they on? All the videos was provocative. Was they not? What kid was in Honey Love? Hey, Nurse K, what up, Bookie? Y'all follow my girl, Nurse K. Y'all follow my guy, Shank Rock, okay? Who was in the videos? What videos was these girls in? 12 play. What song was these young ladies on that these parents was allowing their children to go into the studio and do what? What young artist came from it? I'll wait. Yep, those parents dang sure was as much as fault as the predators in a lot of these cases. Yeah. Just passing over their kids. Hey, Rob. Just handing over their kids. See, the devil wasn't just working within those men. Them parents wanted money, power, to be somebody. Okay? But again, nobody's speaking about them. We ain't just looking at money and power within the elites. They just is absolutely. Because Nurse K, I mean, I'm waiting for a video to show me where any of them young ladies that the parents allowed them to go to the studio. What song was they on? Because I ain't heard none. Unless they going by I wish. Yes, man, we got to look at where was the parents. Prayer is the only way because a lot of this generational curses, we have to pray because we don't know what. That's true. That's true, Sylvia. Hey, Vibrant. But yeah, it goes deeper than this. You heard her saying the kids was going in there, no lawyer, just signing contracts. Usher mama gave Usher to Diddy. Who let that kid go and live with somebody because he's a big music mogul and go let their son live with him for 2 years? And you get what I'm saying? And she not go. Pay attention. Wake up.
citizen of the country you're in.
Yeah, you said your father stepped in. Do you put a lot of blame on the parents of artists who aren't there in the rooms where?
No disrespect, but parents who turn their kids over to this industry, yeah, nah. I don't want to seem judgmental, but they seem to be more concerned with the wealth that comes along with and the privilege that comes along with and what's actually going to happen to their child.
What I just say? I'm just playing this clip with y'all for the first time right now. What I say? Usher was asked, would he allow his kids to go stay with Diddy like he did? And he said, hell, didn't he? In that interview, didn't he, Nurse K? He said, hell no. But your mother allowed you. Y'all heard what she said. She let him adopt him just like Justin Bieber's mama. And y'all see how Justin got the acting? Those parents knew exactly what they was doing. What Jaguar just say? They wanted the money, the wealth, the privilege. They wanted it as bad as their children. I told my boss that the parents are to blame, but he said that if you say no, the kids will do what they want anyway. Yeah, they can do what they want, but then as a parent, I got a right to step in. Facts, none of them would. You hear me? I didn't let my kids go with certain people, let alone go with strangers. Sparkle and R. Kelly. Come on, Nurse K. But they blame that on him instead of saying she sold her niece for her a spot, for fame, wealth, privilege. Not my house. Come on. Of course not Precious. But they're part of the elites too.
And it's funny because a lot of them, they're just in absolute complete denial. They don't
Nurse
even
K.
want to believe, that they signed their kids up for this. Oh, well, they promised me this and they promised me that. Yeah. Strangers.
Let's go, Shane.
Promised you. Ooh. Then that means something.
Come on, Nurse K.
Yeah, there's a viral video of Rihanna winning her
TT.
That's why I said, I'm bored.
Let's go, Latasha.
I'm so bored with people pretending to be shocked and outraged. I'm so tired of people calling people like me a liar. Who knows? Who knows? It honestly is. It's like a mind trip sometimes, just sitting around watching all of this stuff come out and looking at people and trying to figure out who's going to be staging the next cover up, who's going to be doing the next spin story, who's going to try to make this different. I mean, the truth is, even in the midst of all of this, 6 months from now, it's quite possible that...
That's the setup of it all, Nurse K. Say it again. They are lowering the age of consent all over America, unfortunately. They are pimping our kids out. We are allowing these elites, these higher ups, to sell our kids, to have our kids writing their name on documents that they have no idea what they're signing. They are even saying that we can't go in the office with our kids at the doctor, that they can tell us that we can't go and find out what's going on with them, to have our kids sign paperwork that they don't even know what they're signing. Ain't that crazy? Even the consent for the kids to be taken advantage of. Even that. Ain't that crazy work? Legal consent is 13. Like what? In some states 11. What? Do y'all not know that some of the kids are just now getting their pube hairs, and you know what I'm saying? The girls we got to talk to them about their menstrual and that part. Some of them body ain't even developing yet. We have to talk to them about the change their bodies are going to go through. Hey, Mo J, what's going on? And all of this, we have to do that. But we can't even get there because they're saying a man can come and touch our children, or a woman can come and take our child's innocence, and nothing happened. Just like the school photo Life Touch company was giving them school pictures and kids to pick from. Come on, that's in the he is in the Epstein files. Y'all know how many schools they went to? How many of those kids are missing? How many of those kids was picked from those pictures from Life Touch? And we thought it was so cute for our kids to get school pictures, didn't we? Not knowing that we were signing our kids up to possibly get taken advantage of, or to never see our children again. Hey, Marisha, baby. There's some sick, wicked people that walk amongst us. See, it's bigger than predatorial shit. They put it in our face and we didn't even see it. There's some wicked people that walk amongst us for real. They have STD questionnaires for 11 years old, and man, say, not STD questionnaires. This is one of my hot topic issues. They even got Elon Musk's child to sign for hormone therapy. The school system will really overstep you if you let them. Who's going for that? Okay. And that's interesting though that you said it about the Life Touch, like they did TLC, bought them a used car after being on. Yeah, did them dirty, didn't they? I think if these lawyers will put more scrutiny on these parents too, they ass want to be so quick to take them. The risk for the money, lock them all up, okay? Lock them all up. Lock them all up to see who's sick. Let's go, Moj. And that's what it is, to see who's sexually active. What a royalty, baby. Y'all drop royalties link too. Nurse K, if y'all know how to drop y'all links, go on and drop y'all links, okay? And Marisha, you drop your link too, baby. Y'all drop Marisha's link because she ain't got a mod stick, but drop her link. In my opinion, the people lowering the age are part of the problem too. They come on, Nurse K. Think about the Life Touch. And now they giving 11-year-olds questionnaires to see who got what would they know about STDs anyway? They're not sexually active. But that's what it is, to see if them kids are sexually active. I remember back in the day, I always wanted to audition for Disney. Man, say crack. And look at Brittany and Justin. Oh, they hurt the Disney world when they started having sex, didn't they? And she got that abortion at a young age. Huh? Huh? How that made Disney look. They weren't worried about nothing but the face of Disney when that happened. Hey, Miss Cheeks. Happy Wednesday, sis. Hey, Erica. Yeah, the teen have Uber apps as well. Crazy work. Crazy work. But I won't let Jaguar finish, and then I want to get into this video because Claudia, it shows you how everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner situation. And how your friends will sell you out as well. Because this is all money and power, remember? It's all about money and power. I work at a behavioral health facility for adolescents, and you be shocked. I've heard some stuff, Nurse K. Nurse K, what does it? Let me try to find the words for it. How is it? Is are those things being overlooked? Just being honest. You don't have to get into it because I know y'all got certain things you can and cannot say. Is things being overlooked? Especially with our melanated children. I read that they started to send you a pageant flyers after your pictures with Life Touch. They was recruit. Yes, come on, Miss Jazzy. After you just said it, yes. I wanted to know the schools here was dropping the contact with Life Touch here in Connecticut. Let's go. Life Touch, you guys, where your kids are so cute, taking pictures. They was in her trafficking. setting your kids up to be trafficked, sold. I want to get into something else that has been on my mind that we've talked about. We're going to get into it. Yes, my daughter just went through this. She told the school she will have that conversation with her child and they better not go against her. Yeah. Hey, Vonnie, what's going on, baby? Your enemy will be in your household. You hear me, Sylvia? She said, yes, absolutely. Claudia was Jay-Z's friend. She shiesty too. Yeah, she shiesty. Hey, old man Memphis, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Again, the love of money is the root to all evil. They all in the school system. Life Touch, sad as fuck. And you know how they even came back? Think about the Life Touch, y'all. How they would even come back to take pictures for the kids that was absent. Now that you thinking about, now that I sit here and think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? If they missed it, they missed it. But they would come back one day and take the pictures of the kids that was absent to make sure all the kids was accounted for. I'm the one to speak on things. Just sitting there isn't okay for me. What has that been like for you? She said, OMG, let's go. I know. Thank you, sister, for gifting that green jacket. If you got that green jacket, which is a membership from my sister Sharon, please tell her thank you. Yeah, I can't stand Claudia. Refuse the pictures if Life Touch is still taking pictures. So is Life Touch still in Connecticut taking pictures? Nah, I never heard about Life Touch. Big Mama, that's who comes and takes the pictures. They was always and y'all notice they was the main ones taking pictures at every school in America. At every school in America, be mindful of school pictures if you have kids in grade schools. Facts, crazy work. They came 3 times, and you wonder why they come 3 times a year. Ours came twice a year. Aggressive with retake dates. Yes, Vonnie. Yes, they was aggressive. Hey, Nico, what's going on? They was aggressive. She said yes for centuries. She said yes. They was aggressive. I never. You see how we talking about it? It's bringing a lot of stuff back, but yes. And I didn't know why they had to come back twice a year to take pictures, but now it makes sense. Parents see all things going on and refuse to challenge the schools and medical professionals. They don't want their kids home no more. That's true. I gotta agree with that. Right, when the kids go missing, most people use the same Life Touch pictures. Yeah, absolutely something sweet, didn't they? Didn't they? Them school pictures. As we should. As we should be able to be in a class action lawsuit where it's being crumbed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My daughter refused to send my grandson to school on those days. Hey, little bug, what's going on? She said, what happened with the school? Life Touch is in the or them telling pictures for the kids who didn't even. Oh yeah, royalty. Yes, they did that too. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Putting the kids on the black market. So Life Touch, the people that would come to school and take our kids' school pictures, is in the Epstein files. Nurse K. And hey Passion, happy Wednesday, sisters. Happy Wednesday. Hey T Lady, happy Wednesday, sister. They're in the Epstein files. And it didn't dawn on me until she just brought it up of how they was coming back and taking pictures twice and stuff like that. And they was trafficking our kids at that time, Nurse K. That was to go to the men and present those pictures to be picked. And I want to get into one more thing. All those poor babies that used to be on the milk cartons back in the days. Absolutely. Yes, Nurse K. Let me drop the link too real quick, y'all. After I finish playing this with Jaguar Wright, I'm gonna drop the link to the Epstein files, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through. That's why I said it's bigger than just kids being SA'd. It's Omaha, the man that owns Omaha Insurance. He's in there. You get what I'm saying? You got to think about what insurance companies do. What's their agenda? You know what I'm saying? Gerber baby. All of those. Go back and look up all of that shit. I didn't say Gerber was in there, but it makes you think the last 2 years of my son's school year, and they were emailing, I can take him to their studio. I refuse. I know you lying, Moj. I guarantee that it's gonna come out that they use all the black kids for bloods and organs only, but the YT kids were for their fun and games. They also started changing backgrounds, made it look like they were in the park. Yes, Vonnie. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're saying that. Absolutely. And put these real pretty, because remember, it used to just be a blue background. A blue background. Damn, Vonnie. I'm glad we having this conversation because it's making sense. All those missing children. I love you too, Lily. What's going on, Bookie? Happy Wednesday. And funny thing, last year I paid for the class picture and they didn't send me the class picture, just a solo picture. You got me thinking now. And you noticed that, hell, we used to keep the pictures and mama never paid them, but they never said nothing about the money. They never said nothing about the money for them pictures. I'm just thinking about it. You know, mama like, I ain't got that money for them pictures. Because they used to give them to you. Remember that? Going and give them to you back then. But you never got a bill for the pictures or nothing. You didn't get anything for them pictures. She said, yes, because if you seen the pay the blacks was more than any other ethnicity. Yes, because he didn't take his graduations with them. Yes, blue or black background. Hey Didi, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. They stopped sending proofs as well. Yes. Yes, I remember my mom used to say that too. Yeah, mama say we ain't got that money for the pictures. I ain't, cause mama had 5 girls. You gotta think we all getting pictures, and the pictures was, you know what I'm saying? It was a lie, for her and stuff. She said, I bet they ran health reports on each kid when they found they want. Let's go, Jazzy. Yeah, she said, don't forget the model companies. That's what she's talking about.
There'll be a new break in the story, which will come out on TMZ because
Come
TMZ
on.
is not only not reporting on the fact that Harvey Levin is in the files, but they're not reporting on Jay-Z being in the files either. It's funny, like,
yeah, Julie.
The things that they don't report on. Like, if you want to know who's full of shit right now, look at who's not talking about this. You know how many YouTubers have not spoken about this at all? At all. Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what it is.
There was a video
I just sit back and say, how eliminated.
There was a video of Rihanna winning an award, and she was thanking her parents. And Jay-Z, he stepped in and said, "Nah, she means to thank me." And he was being very overly aggressive. And you look at Rihanna's age at that time. You look at him. How much does power and influence, even for you? You were backstage, saw him cry, unplugged. How much does power and influence come to those?
I was also a grown woman, and I was pregnant and married. She was a kid. She was a kid. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
No, you need to thank me. That's kind of ballsy, isn't it?
When you look back at it, it's just...
So Rihanna was going to thank her parents, if everybody can remember her going to get her reward, and Jay-Z's like, nah, you need to thank me. As if he was the God, or if he was something, which he did. Help her with her career. But thank you for what? You always thank your parents first. First and foremost. God first. Then your parents. But they said how aggressive he was. Dang, Miss Parker, I'm 53. You just brought back a flashback. I remember when I was in the first grade and I came home from my school and it was an 8x10. My mama said, how you get that picture? I didn't pay for that. Yes. Yes. They've been trying to set up an on-site clinic for that. That's what I said, Nika. I said, when y'all go through them transcripts, y'all, I'm about to drop the link as soon as I finish this right here, and then we're going to get into one more thing that I want y'all to open your eyes to. It's been talked about, but nobody wants to talk about it. I did a short on Milk. I got over 1,000. On MLK, I got over 1,000 views. We'll check it out. Everybody check out Marisha's video. Please and thank you. Now I understand why parents at work saying that their children aren't allowed to take photos. Yeah, a lot of people would keep their kids home on picture days. And now it makes sense. I didn't realize that then. And she did in front of her father. He hindered a lot of people that he helped too. Yeah. Go back, Royalty, to the video said that Can't Knock the Hustle. And Can't Knock the Hustle came from the snake in Godfather. He even got the hat on. He's portraying the dude that took Michael Corleone's father's life. That snake this way. He said, and when he sat down, the one that Jay-Z was portraying to be, he said, I want the money, the power, and the politicians. He said, I want it all. And I was like looking at Shank last night, like, get the fuck out of here. And that's the name of the CD. Can't Knock the Hustle. Jay-Z was telling them then, you can't knock the way I move. What gets me is they say Epstein is still around. What if he really is? That wouldn't be good at all for real. Well, what difference do it make if he was around or not? They're all monsters. They all knew about Zorro Ranch. They're all just like him and worse. I most definitely keep mine home for picture days. But now it makes sense, Nika, why people was keeping their children home on picture days back then. Again, yet black families was trying to educate, but was we listening?
If hypothetically Jay-Z leaves the country right now, he goes Russell Simmons.
He could. He could do
Okay.
that.
He's a quiet man regardless, so it doesn't quite matter if he's here or not.
I mean, Jack, did he leave the country? Because that's what everybody's saying.
That's what everybody's saying, but you know what? Who knows? The truth is, he should be here this weekend. It's the Super Bowl. I mean,
Right.
it was his pick,
And he was at the Super Bowl.
you know, all that stuff is going to happen. If he's not at the Super Bowl, that's going to be quite telling, but it doesn't matter if he's here or if he's not. Right now, there's an entire machine that is working to try to find a way to salvage his image. You've got people like Lil Russell signing the Rock Nation. You've got, he's not a bad guy.
Okay.
He's nothing like people say. Really?
Thank you,
Like
Ronnie.
we're not supposed to believe. Like,
Yeah, I tell everyone, Jay-Z was a young rapper once, man. I mean, if you knew what the rap industry was back then.
So Jack, can I ask you real quick? How was he when you met him? Like, I mean, when you was with him, was he a bad person?
Come on, Nurse K, that man
when
living.
you see him,
charming, charismatic,
okay.
until he's not.
Right. So he could have gave Lil Russell that impression, right?
Number one,
It
like I
has,
said,
Latasha.
charming and charismatic. He knows how to behave.
Let's go, Nurse K.
He knows when to behave, like he needs to behave. See, this is the thing that trips me out.
2 people have said that R. Kelly. Think about it. Those 2 names. Those are just 2 of them. That's just one of the names that when Jaguar said it in the beginning of this. Well, another time when Ted got up here with me and said, "What happened to that video? Why did they take that interview down?" And she named 4 people and said, "Ain't it funny that all 4 of these people have done jail time, but there's who they're associated with, and nobody speaks of him?" And she said, "Who?" She said, "Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Sean Diddy Combs, and R. Kelly." And they said, "Well, who's the associate?" She said, "Sean Carter." And it is true. We've heard things and nothing. We heard the situation come out when Diddy was fighting at the trial. That it was a young lady that came out and felt good to come out about Jay-Z, and it disappeared. It disappeared like the girl never said anything. Is the girl even still living? How do those allegations get swept under the rug? Just disappeared? I'm talking big, but I only got one. But still, yeah, Nene, think about all the parents with missing kids that are being accused of hurting them. She said that Epstein documentary on net, it was good. It's interesting. The school knew the parents that was present and not to play with the parents who did not show up, were their targeted children. Moj said, yes, Nurse K. She said even when he was locked up initially, they used to let him in and out of jail as he pleased. Like he was show did. Show I ain't never seen nothing like it, Nurse K. I knew he had something big. They're all shady and Jay-Z is demonic and he's been portraying many different satanic. Don't forget when Beyonce gets with him and all of a sudden Sasha Fierce is her demonic entity. And she says it like it's okay. It gives her power. Y'all ain't never heard her say it gives them power? She said it ever since then. He been quiet Nas in the ether song. Yeah. Yeah, put him on blast. It did. It did. People got to go back and listen to those lyrics. Jay-Z moved just like Diddy to all his artists on the album while the background of the song. They made her look crazy. She was autistic. Miss Dean been telling us for 3 years to take our babies out these schools. Yes, that's why they were saying homeschool. That guy from yeah, he spoke out. That's what I said the other day. Nurse K about him. He spoke out, and they swept his shit under the rug as if it was nothing. They swept that boy's shit under the rug as if his story was nothing. That's why y'all think they fighting for Jay-Z. I mean for Diddy to get that documentary out of the way. I'm gonna get into this, but I want to get into one more thing. I don't think everybody's woke to. One more thing that has to be a conversation. Let me make sure this is the one. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. This is an interesting one because people been telling me to look into it. To look into this. Here we go.
With y'all already, and I talked to y'all about girls getting moved around on tours and tour buses, girls getting moved around on video shoots.
Yeah.
There's 80 trillion ways to sell a human being. Real life.
Cause what happened to the milk cartons? Why ain't they putting them on milk gallons? Missing children. You get what I'm saying? What happened? Hand on the chin is a secret fraternal sign. They had all the kids doing it in school pictures. Homeschool or partner with school, let them know you'll be involved every step of the way, from enrollment to graduation. They are the closest thing to higher black power. Listen to this, y'all. What's Brady talked about?
Real life. I was gonna say there was a conspiracy theory, and I don't know how conspiracy this was or how much of a theory it was, but they were saying that Epstein was involved heavily in the human trafficking, to where Wayfair. There was some young girls missing throughout the past few decades. Where
listeners,
after a girl goes missing, Wayfair will technically have a furniture piece with the young girl's name at a listed price of $10,000, $12,000, $8,000, where the pieces of furniture were sold. There's receipts of that. A lot purchased by Jeffrey Epstein's assistant.
A lot purchased by Jeffrey, and look what Nurse K just said. That's what I was bringing up. I didn't want to say it, Nurse K, but Wayfair. Y'all ever looked at the furniture and thought, my God, and wonder why Billy was a chair for $10,000 for a chair, not a whole set, and the price was really high. Yeah, Nurse K, Nurse K, and it was funny because it was the names of the kids, it was the names of the furniture for me. It was what it was for. Like, I didn't get it. I took a picture of it when they did it. LOL. Know who your school superintendent is. Also, who the district lawyer is. She said 11,000 for a shelf. Come on. Come on. It was odd shit. It was little bitty things, pillows for $300. Becky, Rebecca. And I started putting the pieces together when the lower price stuff, was it a virgin? Did they have health issues? I mean, they wasn't a virgin. They had health issues or something. They showed them the blood count, like if they are RH negative, O negative, O positive with the lower pieces. It just, something was off with the pricing, and the names was disturbing. Yes, they were selling that for a minute until people start catching on. Absolutely. The names was the exact same name as the missing kid. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all would go Google and it would be a missing kid in that name. But go ahead.
As far as possibly tracking, and those same items that were listed, you could go back on there now and see them down for, like, regular price, $200, $300, to where they were using the internet and Wayfair as a way, which is a furniture company, as a way to sell humans. To see that, just give me your thoughts on possibly that level of execution when it comes to human trafficking.
I mean, the truth is when it comes to that business, because it is a business, it's a huge business, none of us are really prepared to have that conversation. I've sat here with y'all already, and I talked to y'all about girls getting moved around on tours and tour buses, girls getting moved around on video shoots. There's 80 trillion ways to sell a human being. The question is why is it so hard to believe that any of that stuff could be possible? I mean, most of the stuff that is happening in plain sight. It's happening right before our very eyes.
Wow, give me, tell me more about Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret.
All of that stuff happened. Meanwhile, there's stuff being called as
plain sight.
Tip lines. Who didn't investigate? Who didn't do more due diligence? Who didn't bother to at least go and discredit these things that were being called in, right?
Auctioning kids. That's what it was. So if you ever bought anything from Wayfair, you participated in a trafficking ring with children. We have to open our eyes and pay attention. We definitely do. And this was off subject, but I had to bring awareness to it. Thank you, Shishi. I appreciate that. Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Truth Otherwise, happy Wednesday to you. I had to bring awareness because this is about educating us. For those that really never looked at it that way. The truth, the life touch pictures. We never looked at it. We never paid attention that they was taking pictures of our children for these men, for the elites, for these politicians, for these judges, for these presidents, for these senators. Hey, my Vern, happy Wednesday. I'm glad I never used that country. Cathy White and Kim Porter's death need to be reinvestigated. Absolutely. She said, oh, TT, I'm telling you, I like this kind of stuff because everything, she said, anything word getting popped. You hear me? You hear me, Nurse K? Keep doing what you're doing. We need more people like you to speak out, Nurse K. See, the devil's always going to be here to distract. They'll get you on a subject that you know what I'm saying, you weren't even trying to do. And it distracts you from putting the truth out there. Putting this type of shit out there. Wow, and I was just looking at something on their site. Like that ship that crashed in Baltimore that was quote unquote transporting kids. Mm-hmm. What up, bruh? What up, bruh, Dana? Drop Dana J's link as well, guys. We have to open our eyes. When has a furniture company, we've been having furniture companies for years, but when have they had Brandon, Alicia, Aaliyah, Erica? Never. Never. So if you have spent money on Wayfair, you have contributed to a child being trafficked or unalived. And I'm not saying alleged.
It's all possible. I don't understand why anybody is thinking that it's not. It's just There are so many ridiculous stories being pushed out with the truth at the same time. It's done intentionally so people won't believe the truth when they hear it, or so people will doubt it. I'm not saying that the Wayfair thing is real, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's not possible, because it is possible. The question is, by the time we get to the truth, is anybody even going to believe it? Because there's going to be 80 million different versions of the story of what actually happened.
Exactly.
Am I making sense?
No, total sense. And like you said, there's it's happening in plain sight. It's probably happening in in your neighbor's house. Who knows?
Listen, if you got whole neighborhoods being bought up by cartels, neighborhoods in residential areas being ran by criminal organizations where everything looks normal, people are driving by not even realizing that's a whole drug den over there. Some of those houses are probably holding people who are, being traded or sold. Like,
yeah.
No, without question. It's to speak of an island, like someone having their own private island. And I'm maybe Rook may know, or we may have to pull it up, but whatever.
That's what she's saying. The code words.
Whatever happened to the fate of the plane, Jeffrey's his millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars.
What happened to all of that?
Yeah,
I asked the same question about El Chapo's tunnels. Whatever happened to those?
Yeah, these things don't disappear in thin air.
No, I'm trying to,
What happened to El Chapo's tunnels? They wasn't just stopping those from drug use. Those are trafficking tunnels. Those are trafficking tunnels. What happened to them? Also, like all the stories that's been coming about these boys going on modeling auditions and coming up missing only to find out that their babies was stuffed and used as. Oh, I gotta touch on that too. I got that video. I got that video where the mother went in to the store. She went into the store to buy some dress shirts, and her son was the mannequin in the store. Yet he was missing. They had all these young men come and think they were great to be aspiring models. Imagine that your child go missing and you see those mannequins in the store and that's really your child. Ain't that some creepy shit? Ain't that some low life sick shit, demonic shit? That they made her child a mannequin in the store? That's how deep we going, y'all. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Nika. I do got that. I was gonna share that, or whatever. So here in a couple of days, I'll probably be sharing that, getting down to how that happened with her son. She said, "Man, I cried watching that shit. It was sad." She said, "Jesus."
Nobody's paying attention to a lot of things. Like, for all we know, things are still operating there. Things are still moving right along. Was Epstein Island ever raided? Did they ever do a raid there? Did anybody ever go there to confiscate or to did you ever hear about it? Because I didn't.
Yeah, I did not.
So who knows? It's there was rumors that those tunnels were taken over by particular governments who were still letting things operate after they moved El Chapo out of the way. So it's like,
yeah, Miss Gemini.
Like you said, the world is on fire.
Yeah, Nene.
The world is on fire.
See, El Chapo couldn't traffic his drug through the tunnels, but the American elites are still using those tunnels for different things, to traffic drugs, to push the poison in our communities. Do y'all not remember that's how drugs got bought to the communities? The elites did that. It wasn't a black man that bought drugs into the community. Don't forget that, Nene. Wasn't that Abercrombie, or is it a new story? It's a new story. They was trafficking kids. And it was something about Abercrombie and Fitch, wasn't it? That unique smell that would be in there. They got a unique, very nice smell in there. But Abercrombie and Fitch was so expensive. And it was just, that was one of the stores I would just go in and, you know what I'm saying, window shop. Window shop. But you notice they never had anything past a certain size in there. Never. Everything was always fit to where it was nothing in there that you could really get if you was, you know, a certain size. And seen her son, and also mother, daughter, seen her son and brother. Yeah. Yeah, Erling. Mm-hmm. Don't forget Jay-Z, Blue Ivy. Bought Blue Ivy an island when she was a baby. Mm-hmm. Nene noticed we haven't heard anything else about his arrest. Not a thing. Not a thing. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Them are higher ups. Think about Abercrombie and Fitch, y'all. Think about all these powerful people making millions of dollars, millionaires.
Um,
I'm just saying, people calling me a damn liar. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If people still think that I'm crazy with everything that's coming out, then maybe you need to go and get your mental health checked. Like, we got to it's gotten to the point where just calling somebody that's saying things that make you feel uncomfortable, crazy, is corny. It's corny.
People don't want to talk to you when you talk like
let's
this.
Let's do it like this, man. You know, and I want to go in detail in this conversation as best possible. Mm-hmm. So Jay-Z, a lot of people in the beginning of all this were upset, I would say, about you going after Jay-Z, you going after Hov, and, you know, just this whole thing. And now, finally, that's why I said this conversation may be the most important one as far as people listening. I think the masses are finally letting the wool over their eyes and seeing that, no, there was a history here that we chose to get blinded by, maybe the music, the stardom, the billions, that we just weren't looking into. And you've been saying this the whole time. And like we said before, you know, when you talk about someone's heroes, or when we put someone on a pedestal, we feel like we don't want to hear the bad things. You know, ignorance is very bliss. But now their ears are open, their eyes are open, and now they're talking. So before we speak on
they don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from the Omika.
Yeah, let's start with that. Nicki Minaj during the Grammys, and we'll get to the Grammys, but Nicki Minaj during the Grammys, she's not at the Grammys, but she is going on a tirade on Twitter. And she has got Jay-Z in a crosshair. Yeah. And she's saying things that, you know, if you do your research, she's not too far off from.
She's not off. And they have now served her a cease and desist. Maybe because it's who it is. Because we are fans of Cardi B. We're fans of certain people. She married a pedophile. That we're missing the message. We're really missing the message. The older I get, more genius my grandmother becomes, because there is wickedness in high places. Yeah.
Facts. Let's just start with, as far as...
You want to know what's interesting?
You didn't hear nothing else about it, did you, Nika? Nothing.
Is she saying anything different than I said already?
Same song.
Okay, you were saying.
What she just say? Jaguar's right. She said, did Nikki say anything that I ain't said? But they want us to think that these people are crazy. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to believe them. That's why our eyes have been shut and we haven't paid attention to Wayfair, Life Touch, Shutterfly, Abercrombie and Fitch. We can be sold without signing our signature on the dotted line. We are sold as a people. I didn't, Erica. Resend it, Erica. Resend it right now and I'll look. remembers covering Jay-Z, but also converting who's bigger than him. I bet he's just the boy to who he's covering for. And like, then that's true. That's very much true. And she said, Nika said Abercrombie and Fitch was arrested right after Diddy, but they went so quiet. Why weren't we hearing about that? Nobody. Where's the white bloggers that's talking about Nancy Gunther and these black people that's covering Nancy Gunther? Why wasn't they talking about Abercrombie and Fitch? It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. They was trafficking like crazy, but you know, no. Who they was? This, I guess, with money and power, nobody wants to talk about you. You know, Nika. She said Walmart as well. Mm-hmm.
Blue Ivy really doesn't look like Beyonce. The features that she has that look familiar favor Mr. Carter. But there's something different about that girl that don't look like her mama. Beyonce knows about all of J's conquests. That's the first thing that people need to understand. All of that cheating, her heaven will be a love.
Let's get into this. Eric, I'll check it out while I get into this video.
Out betrayal and all of that outrage. So what are you gonna say at my funeral now that you've me? No, she knew it all. She knows all of his girlfriends. Ashes to ashes, dust to side chicks.
We gotta pay attention to them lyrics again. We have to pay attention to them lyrics. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Had to hit my girl back. Beyonce and Jay-Z's being grimy and demonic. People just didn't want to believe it, allegedly. But she was younger than that, Latasha. Really? The first time I heard she's Cathy's, I knew it was true. And her lyrics speaks volumes. Yes. And another thing, my daughter worked at the hospital across, but they was the same hospital. And I called her yesterday because I didn't know she worked at that one exactly. She hadn't even went to school for her LPN yet. She was just in the process of doing all of that. And she said, Mom, they shut the hospital down. Beyonce's over there having her baby. They shut the whole hospital down. And I want y'all to let me call her real quick and tell y'all what they got at the hospital too for Beyonce. That we don't know. That we don't know. That we don't know. I just want her to describe it. And she also let me know that every nurse that worked there, they fired them. Every nurse that worked in the NICU. Hey, baby.
What's wrong, Mama?
Nothing. I explained to them about what happened at the hospital when Beyonce had her baby. You was working at the same hospital, but the one across. So, how did Beyonce? Go ahead.
So basically, any celebrity that comes in the hospital, they go in. We have like a secret portal, like at the bottom of the garage.
So it's a secret portal.
So they have to go. It's a bottom layer that they have to go to. That like security will let them know how to get down there, but they are the only ones that know how to get down there. So once they get down there, they'll take them through a back elevator. It's hidden in the hospital. So once they go through the garage, it's an elevator that's separate from the actual hospital that will take them all the way up to the floor that they go to. And it's a private floor that only certain nurses can work at. Like you have to have tenure. So if you speak about anything that happens up there, or you say who's up there, talk about anything, you can get fired. And a lot of nurses ended up getting fired because they spoke about what was going on when she entered the hospital.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed from you, baby. Thank you for explaining. I'll call you as soon as I get done, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Let me tell you.
Bye. All right, big boy. I'll get to it, big boy. Sometimes when I take off live, I be wanting to kind of get to my real life. That's all. So I don't get to all my emails immediately and stuff. It's nothing against y'all and stuff, but I just be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not I don't try to stay on YouTube or go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stories that I haven't even covered and stuff, but I'll get to it today for sure. But I just wanted you guys um to hear about the hotel and things. And Erica, I'll get to your email too, baby. I apologize for that. And to you too, big boy. I'll get to him. But we always heard about Blue Ivy, and my daughter was excited and stuff about Beyonce having her baby and how they shut the whole hospital down. She said they didn't shut the hospital down for the twins. Ex nanny, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't. They denied. And when she told me about the secret elevators and the secret garage part, it threw me. It threw me something different. But let's get into it and listen to Claudia Jordan, one of Cathy White's best friends, who just, that's not a best friend, you know? Best friends are going to tell the truth. They're not going to lie.
Not true. She was not having an affair with Jay-Z. She never told me she was messing with him. Matter of fact, when she died, she had a boyfriend. His name was Malcolm, and she died with him. I need y'all to stop this rumor that she was pregnant by Jay-Z. She never told me that. I never seen her pregnant.
Cathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
What do you mean she's dead? You know, what happened to her? This is just a beautiful, young, seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, you know.
And this white lady going to do the day before Cathy White is found dead. The next day, she was supposed to do an interview with this lady right here on the screen. Yeah, I never believed Claudia. Never. Never. How about she had a boyfriend? Hell, how many of us had boyfriends and was creeping around? Shit. I mean, I come on, like stop it. She had a boyfriend and when she died, she was going with hell again. We've all had shit. Hey, Sister Belinda. This white lady is the truth, yes. And they blackballed her. If they felt like she knew something, they felt like that Cathy told her something, they blackballed her. They fired her and they blackballed this white woman. Y'all will see that interview on Tasha K's. It's very interesting.
And her colleague did not know what happened to her or how she died or why she died, but all she knew is that she was dead.
Inside me, coiled deep, was the need to know. Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me?
Song completely illustrates a murder confession. Your body laid out on these filthy floors. Your bloodstains on my custom coutures. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do.
Your marriage is sacred, and there aren't too many reasons, I think, that a sister would get in the way and start pummeling in a public venue. Now, the elevator was private, but everybody knows the cameras are watching. And they were stepping out to the paparazzi. And this is Beyonce and Jay-Z. I don't think she was out of her mind. I think that Jay-Z has done something really foul more than a few times in this marriage.
And I would not be the woman I am if I did not go home to that man. And it just gives me such a foundation.
You know, one of the guys said, you know, just make sure to ask him before he leaves, you know, is he in the Illuminati? And I said, no, I'm not going to ask that, but are you?
I'm in the new Illuminati.
Let's give it up for Sean Jay-Z.
Cathy White, also known as Karina Hun or Lil Cathy, was born on July 3, 1982, in Fort Polk, Louisiana, a military base located in the Vernon Parish. It was renamed Fort Johnson in the honor of World War hero William Henry Johnson. Karina's grandfather, Alvin White Sr., also served in World War II as a part of the United States Navy. Cathy's family had strong ties to the military. Her father, Eric Jerome White, also served. Her mother is of Korean descent, and her father is Black American. Cathy was one of 5 children. She had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And after spending her early childhood years in Louisiana, her family's connection to the military would have them relocate to Norfolk, Virginia, a city known for its heavy armed forces presence. She initially attended Indian River High School in Chesapeake, but would later graduate from Maury High School in Norfolk. After graduation, she decided to stay close to the Virginia area by attending the prestigious HBCU Howard University in Washington, D.C. Video footage would show Cathy participating in different modeling events while at Howard, and after she graduated in 2004, Cathy had dreams of becoming a celebrity publicist. After spending a few years going back and forth in between Atlanta and the DMV area, Cathy decided that if she truly wanted to be a celebrity publicist, she would need to go to the place where stars are made, Los Angeles, California. So in 2007, she decided to make the move across country. Cathy quickly adapted to her new Hollywood surroundings, making friends with people like celebrity interior designer and TV personality Nikki Chu. She also became friends with actress Genoa Maxwell, who starred in Half Plenty, and reality TV star and radio host Claudia Jordan, who was also a model on the popular TV show Deal or No Deal, alongside Meghan Markle, who would later become a part of the royal family after marrying Prince Harry. Cathy became so close with Nikki and Claudia that they began to refer to themselves as the trilogy, with the numerous Twitter posts to verify how close the women had become. Cathy was determined to make a name for herself as a publicist in the entertainment world, but she did have aspirations to become a star in her own right. She was a classically trained singer, and Cathy had been working with a music producer out of Washington, D.C. named Maurice Brown. He stated that her voice was absolutely amazing, and he knew that she had what it took to become a star. She would perform under the name Karina Hun. She would even file an LLC in late 2007 for the Karina Hun Music Group. Cathy also made appearances in a few different movies under the name Karina Hun as well, like the 2009 comedy film Deep in the Valley, alongside reality star and future wife of Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, as well as a small role in a film called Nobody Smiling in 2010. Cathy would label herself as a lifestyle beauty and fitness expert also. Looking at her social media photos, it seems like she was living a dream in Los Angeles, eating at high-profile restaurants and going on designer shopping sprees. When Cathy moved to California, she felt...
Now, we got Claudia Jordan, supposed to be her best friend. When everybody else is saying it, her best friend ain't trying to figure out what happened to her friend. Because I want to know. I want to know. Your best friend gonna know everything about you. Right, Nurse K? Something sweet? Ain't we gonna know? Bestie, I gotta go to the doctor. Even us as strangers, we say, hey, Miss Parker, I'm here. I'm just going to this doctor's appointment. Haven't been feeling too good. We talk. So, I'm just saying, we got the best friend. She never, and she never, and yeah, she never. And then Claudia Jordan's career pick up. Claudia Jordan bought it, in my opinion. Nurse K, yes, he's married, raising his kids. I seen him do an interview with somebody, I can't remember. Who, Farnsworth, girl? Andrea said, I gotta come back, OMG, I've been waiting. I've been waiting on this. Jay and Beyonce, so her baby Blue is her baby. Yeah. Blue can favor her and Jay-Z as well. And I can see that. You know, sometimes, you know, you be around somebody for so long, you start to look like them, you know? Oh, we want to see Beyonce in her. Because let's not forget, I love it when, let me see if I got the clip, where Beyonce sat down and Jaguar called it out when she went and did that interview and that stomach folded. That stomach folded. When you're pregnant, your stomach don't fold, baby. It don't move, honey. I'm sorry. None of this moves. None of this moves. Let me see. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna find it while we doing this.
Felt like the world was in the palm of her hands, and she knew that one day she would achieve her dreams. In May of 2009, Cathy and a group of friends decided to take a girls' trip to Las Vegas. This group included Claudia Jordan,
Not pregnant
and
at
they were
all.
going to be there on a star-studded celebrity weekend for a boxing match between Manny Pacquiao and Ricky Hatton. The bout would take place at the MGM Grand on May 2nd of 2009, and a who's who in the entertainment world was in attendance, including two of the biggest moguls in
Let's go,
hip-hop
Dana J.
history, Sean Jay-Z Carter and Sean P. Diddy Combs. After the fight ended abruptly in the second round with Manny Pacquiao knocking out Ricky Hatton, Jay-Z and P. Diddy headed over to the popular Tao nightclub on the Strip, where they partied alongside.
Girl, not Kelly's son. Child, not Kelly's son. Bad Freckleface said, fuck it, we gonna go on everybody in Destiny Child. He's the pappy. Claudia. Yeah, Claudia lying. Shit. That stomach folded like some man, Nurse K, and y'all act like in the movies they don't buy baby bumps. Y'all act like they don't buy baby bumps. They say Blue had surgery on her face. Oh my God. Did they? I ain't heard it.
Cathy White, Claudia Jordan, and their friends. Multiple photos would be taken of the group enjoying themselves. After enjoying a wild weekend in Las Vegas with her friends, Cathy was right back to work trying to build her PR empire. In December of 2009, she joined Twitter, and all of her good friends were happy to see her finally join the online party. Social media would show how close Cathy had become with some of the new friends that she had made while out in LA. The group of friends would tweet to each other about their trips around the world, visiting places like Paris, France, as well as sitting courtside at Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers games. Things were going extremely well for Cathy in the City of Angels.
Look who's always in the pictures, Claudia ass. She said Free's son is definitely Jiggers. Look like him to me. I guess they made that up too, TT. I guess, everybody just making stuff up about Jay-Z. He's the only one that you can make stuff up about. Beyonce had one of them fake bellies from Amazon. Yes, she did. I know this couple that adopted 2 children, and one looked like the dad and the other looked like the mom. So you feed them long enough, they'll look like you facts. Because I know the couple I just mentioned. You hear me? He do, I swear. Yes. Shut up. I got to look at him. Hey, Shonda, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Oh, man, I got to watch the replay. People buy baby bumps in real time, not just movies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Was Claudia connected to Jay-Z at one point? Yes. Yes. She said, yes, her parents been had it done allegedly. He said, listen to daughter too. Dana J said, listen to Lemonade and listen to daughter too. And don't forget when one of her famous lyrics is ashes to ashes, dust to side bitches. Y'all think Beyonce was just singing? Why do y'all think they try to use rappers' lyrics? Y'all think the rappers' lyrics is the only lyrics they try to use? Why do y'all think they try to use their lyrics against them? Because it be truth in their songs. It be truth in their songs. Wendy Williams called it out about her stomach after that. Wendy Williams went down. Show did, Yolanda. Queen took that girl out. Then song about it. Then your baby bump all out overseas. And look at Kelly Rowland. That's what somebody else just said. Handle. Listen to Daughter on the Cowboy Carter album. What stood out to you, Dana J? Wendy Williams ate her when her stomach folded. I'm like, I got 3 children. Your stomach don't do that. And you don't. Come on. They said, there go a third person, y'all. They said Kelly's son looks just like Jay-Z. You are the third person, Shonda. A lot of things that they said sound crazy is coming out to be so true. Why Kelly Rowland's son look like Jay-Z? That's the 4th person. I can't stand her ass. Do I remember he bought them the same engagement ring? Who? Epstein too. Claudia is gonna come out in them files. She was just a minion. It was something about Claudia I didn't like. Beyonce had none of them kids. No, I don't think she was just singing. Kelly's son is Jay-Z's son. That's why she divorced now. Shut up. I got to look into that. I got to look into that. I got to go look at his pictures. Shut up. Did y'all see the interview of Diddy and Wendy when he told her he met her son and she got scared? I need that clip. I'm gonna have to go find that. I'm gonna have to go find that.
But in the spring of 2010, Cathy would get a big opportunity that required her to move cross country back to the East Coast, to New York City. Comedian and actor D. Ray Davis would even reach out to her and congratulate her on her move to the Big Apple.
No, wait a minute. You the second person that said Blue had surgery. Why is a child having surgery at a young age? We're talking about Blue, what, 13, 14 years old? Why is Blue having surgery? She said they raising Blue to take over for Beyonce. Jay-Z been hitting everything moving, including Rihanna. They say Blue know that Cathy is her mama, and she can't stand Beyonce now. Kelly's son and Blue look just alike. How they, in the industry, and that kind of the higher ups, you can hide about anything. Roy Williams beat the mess out of Kelly when that baby was born. Shut up, Nika. I got to dig into Kelly now. Child, y'all talking taking me too man. Nurse K, I was on Cathy ass. They done got me on Kelly. Oh yeah. Kanye spoke out about that. He said, y'all keep saying we gotta be here for the people. He said Kanye said when Jay-Z and Pusha T are killing our own. Don't forget about the song Dirty Laundry by Kelly. She was saying some stuff. She said, let's air this dirty laundry. Pull up Kelly's son. He do look like Jay-Z. Okay, something serious done said it too. My point is saying that is the fact she know how wicked he is and wanted to get her son to shut her up. I saw it on TikTok too. The Blue Ivy called the police when she found out her DNA on Cathy DNA match because all the kids kept saying it made her go see. Wow, look at Dwayne Wade's son. What about Dwayne Wade? Well, yeah, you know what, Nurse K? You know what? Yeah, they trying to make her LL more look like the Solar's eyes. I get it, Kamisha now. It makes sense. Black and blue, her no lie. Then she started appearing crazy. Jag is the truth. She is. Both of them were hunching the same man. Wow. They're trying to hide Blue's features. There are pictures with Cathy having the same engagement ring as the first one he gave Beyonce. I feel like it's a good thing that he supports his son, but he solely focuses on his son's sexuality. He do. He do. They say she had surgery to give her some of these features. She had already looked like her daddy. I believe that Roy Dogg walked Kelly and dared Jay-Z and lost his job with the Cowboys and disappeared. Wow. Well, that's my next live. We're going to get into it. Accept my request so Alan send you some stuff. Okay, Nick, I thought we was already friends on her. I got to go through my emails and stuff too, so that's what I'll be doing all day today. Let me see, Nika. Yeah, send me all of that. Nurse K, I said we got a lot to talk about, Chad, because it's a lot right here. I'm sorry. This is a lot. It's throwing me. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Nika, see if it went through for me. Blue Ivy smart as fuck, low key. I believe she's playing a part, but something ain't right. There's more to children other than their sexuality. Absolutely, Nurse K. I agree. She said, sliding down the wall, not Kelly. Girl, Nay, look. Nay. She said, I did too. This threw me. This has thrown me. He said, look this up. Sorry, Miss Carter video slams Beyonce. Let me get the right on my. Ooh, the secrets that we carried up. And you know, it's crazy because she stayed cool with Kelly out of all of them. Nurse K, me too. I'll be up late looking at this stuff. What's wrong with the twins? They never showed a little boy and a little girl. They both special needs. And they said Jaguar spoke about that and said she can't she don't want to mess up her appearance. I think they said the little boy is autistic or something. Yeah, he's more autistic than the little girl. Gabby hates men, all males due to what happened to her as a kid. She will snatch their manhood and turn them like she did her son. Didn't like her as a kid, nor now felt for what happened to her. Who is Gabby? Um, sis. I'm putting it in her now. Nika. Dana J, send it to me. I know you got some shit.
And even referred to her as his ex, insinuating that the two had a relationship in the past. She believed that this move could help her further her career as a publicist. But little did Cathy know, her life was about to change forever, because her name began to surface all over the internet on celebrity blog posts and blind items, saying that Cathy White was the mistress of legendary rapper Jay-Z and that it had been going on for quite some time. The publication that first ran the story was called Hollywood Street King, created by a man named Sean Merrick, a Canadian rapper that performed under the name of H-Bomb and HDV, as well as creating a rap duo with Kool Keith called The Seventh Veil. He worked with other artists like Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, Ike Turner, and Rick James. He would report stories under the name of Jackie Jasper on his Hollywood Street King website. The site gained a reputation for writing scandalous stories about celebrities like Claudia Jordan, saying that she was a known homewrecker in Hollywood and that she had a reputation for sleeping with married men. And since Cathy was so tight with her connection to Jay-Z made even more sense.
And we all know that Claudia Jordan was called a homewrecker and a whore. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got to think about it. You in Hollywood, you and your homegirl, me and Nurse K in Hollywood, and Nurse K is getting all the elites. I'm getting the men that just run through. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get somebody that's got somebody, you that's how you lose them. You get what I'm saying? That's how you lose them. But damn, my homegirl sitting here and she getting the big money motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that ain't just screwed me and left money on the side of the bed type of thing. And she built up a jealousy. You know what I'm saying? You know how you bring somebody into the game and you'll get jealous. Some women get jealous of the status that they built. You know what I'm saying? According to Beyonce, Sir doesn't like noise or crowds. That's why why Nene Leakes kept saying that's what Nene Leakes keeps saying, that Demon Union was pushing that son to become transgender, and Wade was already in that sick shit. Jay was in love with Cathy. I think so. They didn't shut the hospital down for the Prince of England. What the fuck is Beyonce? Yeah, they did shut the hospital down for a lot of people. They didn't, but it was something about Beyonce that they shut that hospital down. She said, OMG, I looked on my computer. He looks just like Jay-Z. I'm going to need that picture, Tunisha. You hearing me? I'm Dana J. Send me shit. Send it. He said, Miss Parker, play this and just listen. Okay, I got you. Hey, Betty. Yeah, I think Claudia, Jay-Z goes to jail behind this song alone. Y'all listen to these songs. Dana J's dropping in the chat or whatever, please. And let me know what y'all think.
To the persistent rumors of infidelity, and it's well known that Jay-Z has been married to one of the most beloved pop icons of all time. Beyonce knows Carter, a certified music legend with a legion of loyal fans. Celebrity gossip sites like Lipstick Alley would be filled with users trying to connect the dots between Jay-Z and Cathy White, and it would all be traced back to that one fateful night in Las Vegas when her and her friends were photo partying alongside P. Diddy and Jay-Z at the Tao nightclub. According to Jackie Jasper of Hollywood Street Kings, it all went down in September of 2009 when Jay-Z flew out Cathy White and a group of her friends to Las Vegas to attend the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Juan Marquez. According to Jackie Jasper, Jay-Z told Cathy to bring her friends so it could conceal the fact that they were together. And not only did Jay-Z take Cathy on an expensive shopping spree, he gave her and her friends money so they could gamble while out in Vegas. Although the story never gained traction with media outlets such as TMZ,
you got to think of all the cover up it was for Beyonce. Everybody saying yes. I want to get into the Gabrielle Union. I do. I want to get into the depths of it. She said Blue got Kathy Ho Chin. That's why they made her get plastic surgery. She started to look just like that lady. Yeah, because that's what a lot of people were saying. They wanted her to get more of a Beyonce image. They were always. I'm seeing Andrea. I'm definitely seeing that. I thought they just shut the floor off. No, Erlene, they shut it down. And Miss Jackson, the ladies did get fired. That's what my daughter was telling me. I remember her calling me and stuff. That's what made me call her and ask her about it. And stuff, because I remember her working at the hospital across the street. I thought it was that hospital. And I asked her, I said, are you still friends? Do you still communicate with any other girls? Because I would like to talk to them. And she said a lot of them got fired and just went their own way and stuff and start working other places and stuff. So she hasn't talked to them since, but she definitely said most of the nurses from the NICU got fired because they was talking about what had happened. Claudia had to backpedal because she knows her life will be in danger. Now she's trying to say she wasn't close to Cathy. Yeah, she said that. Like, bitch, we see you in these pictures, girl. Yeah, she looks just like her, and a lot of people started to notice and stuff. Why Claudia acting like it's not footage at her? Like, Nurse K, just the fact of you it's text messages showing where you like, I'm glad my homegirl's back in the in the spring of things, woo woo woo, and now you don't know it. We weren't close like that. That shows you right there. Once you start lying, then you need to put all this you put in the chat on your comment wall so we can go back to it. Peep the game, everything linked to Jay-Z is being wiped clean. Absolutely, Dana J. Remember, Jay-Z supposedly bought B from Matthew because their career was struggling. So he didn't really want her. He wanted Aaliyah, but she didn't want him, and that's why he got rid of Aaliyah. I agree 100%. I think her friend was paid to shut the fuck up or she was going to be dead. Absolutely. That's why they said she was backpedaling. Like Kimora did with Kim. I definitely touched on that and stuff. Yes, Kimora definitely backpedaled and she was scared. And you could tell Kimora was scared. You can definitely see in Kimora that she was scared of what was happening, what's to happen next. Beyonce is the one who run the show, but don't forget how Beyonce would always look drained. The next time I'm in the area, sis, I'll send you pictures of the home Gabby have built for her adopted family in the hood across the street from an elementary school. I'm so glad this shit is coming out. Claudia knew to be quiet or she was gonna have pneumonia. You hear me? Yes.
it was still making its rounds on the internet. This would cause Cathy to constantly be harassed online. Things got so bad that she messaged Jackie Jasper directly, demanding that he takes down the false story about her having a relationship with Jay-Z. But he just laughed at Cathy's request and even reposted the messages on his Hollywood Street King forum. Jackie Jasper was relentless in the way that he went at Cathy White online. It almost seems as if he had a personal vendetta against her and those around her, especially her friend Claudia Jordan.
My girls live in Vegas. We did a girls trip, and she was like, "My girl Corey, she's cool." When we went out, we saw Jay-Z's assistant, who knew me from before. I auditioned for his videos, and we were cool. She invited us to dinner at Tao. Diddy, Jay-Z, Larry Johnson was at the dinner table, and this is an exclusive, y'all. I'm finally telling y'all. We was all around. Cathy was there. Nobody was hitting on us. We were actually like sitting there like we don't belong.
I'm gonna finally tell the truth. Yeah, okay. So yes, Cathy was there, and but nobody ever hit on us. Let me tell y'all something. Hey Annie, happy Wednesday, sis. I thought y'all wasn't cool, but it's funny that you taking all these. I ain't take. Let me tell you something. I ain't no bitch going on no trip with me that I ain't cool with, that I'm not close to. That's any woman. We ain't just picking up random. Girl, you want to go with me? No, we calling our besties. We calling our homegirls. Now you telling us something that is pictures out there. We don't need you to verify this, Claudia. Is you cool? Or is you on drugs? See, this home wrecking slut was jealous. Because all she was a pop and drop. Like I said, the men leave money on the nightstand for. That's all we've ever heard about Claudia. We hear a lot of stuff, but it's very seldom you hear about whores. But we heard that about Claudia. We watched her with different men. Every time you look up, it was somebody different. Almost like Cardi Red. Every time you look up, at least Carly Red was being in a relationship with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she married and she's every man she get with, she's engaged. Like, God, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Like everybody you get with is already you want to get married. You know what I'm saying? Living these old weird ass fantasies. But see, you can't turn a whore into a housewife. You can't. And that's what Claudia was. It's just what it is. And Cathy had a little more demure to herself. She was a little bit more demure. How do you say that word? Cathy was classy. And women get jealous of their friends. He flying her out. He doing this. Claudia might have one or two fly out, but it was to a hotel. Not flying you out to see the islands and shit. It's a difference. Not they say B is a man child. She said, yeah. She said, yep, she is. That's why they don't let her do interviews. Come on, Nika. Come on. When the picture come out now, she want to, okay, I'm going to tell the truth finally. We was there. Bitch, we seen the picture. We don't need you to tell us anything. You set your best friend up. You set your best friend up in this circle with this man. And now that she's gone, you threaten. And that ain't what it was. Yes, it is.
This table, and then we all walked to town, the back entrance, and it was at a club. His table was here, and we were a table over. At one point, Jay-Z handed me a bottle of Ace of Spades.
Now he handed her.
Had our bottles up. Someone took a picture. That is it.
He would leak information that he allegedly got from Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked, saying that not only was it true that Cathy was having an affair with Jay-Z, but that her friend Claudia Jordan was actually jealous about it and was talking down about Cathy behind her back, telling people that Cathy had $200,000 worth of purses.
Didn't I tell y'all Claudia ass got jealous? It ain't hard to see. Y'all ever had that homegirl when she was mad at her nigga, you had to be mad at yours too? She want to cause division in your house? Jealous about how your man treated you versus how her man treated her? And your man might didn't like your homegirl because he seen it in her. As much as you didn't want to see it in her, your man did or somebody else seen that. Man, Erica, I know, and she probably helped set it up. I agree. We're told Claudia often runs Corey's name to the ground, telling that her so-called girlfriend has $100,000 worth of bags and $200,000 worth of shoes, yet lives in a messy one-bedroom apartment. If y'all go back to one of Beyonce's songs, she said how they let her in and how she had that messy ass floor. It's in one of Beyonce. See, Beyonce, your ass sang too motherfucking much. You don't talk too much. Your ass got to singing too much. Under the influence, allegedly. Under the influence. But she told us just like how Lil Durk and all them how they killed somebody. Killed the nigga on 87th and 5th. And then when it come out in court, they don't know what they talking about, but the nigga was dead on 87th and 5th. I'm just saying, she said a Lemonade song. But this is Claudia Jordan, how she was messy. Hell, y'all know how we was when we was by ourselves. Hell, even when I didn't have custody of my kids, girl, I'm throwing clothes all in, like, I never liked to wear nothing twice. I wasn't being a responsible mother, so anything I bought, it was just all me. It was just me. So I had clothes and shit piled up everywhere. Room stayed messy. Nah, B is under hypnosis. Yeah. At demonic hypnosis. That ritual, that sign on the dotted line. And Claudia did that. Jealous, like I said. Claudia couldn't afford too much. Cathy was a stand-up classy girl. Claudia wasn't worth a purse. And if she did, she couldn't get an expensive one. Hell, I stay in the Michael Kors, so I got Michael Kors purses falling out of my closet. I like Coach, but I ain't just into Coach, you know? But we can all get bags and purses, but Claudia had to lay on her back for hers when all Cathy had to do was show up. She said, Tracia said, actor Dana Joy, the video is not available. Wow. Who is Gabby? Gabrielle Union. Yeah, she sang too much. She said, yet lives in a messy one-bedroom apartment filled with scattered clothing. Didn't I tell y'all we throw our clothes everywhere? She said, plus, Corey's relations with Jay-Z seems to be rubbing Claudia the wrong way and sparking a bit of envy in the disgraced Price is Right model. That's because she's being heard mentioning that she has no idea how Corey pulls what I say? She said Claudia has said she has no idea how Corey pulls wealthier ballers than she does. But despite Claudia's trash talking, Karina bought Claudia the most expensive birthday gift she's received this year, a $3,000 Louis Vuitton bag. What I tell y'all, it's my first time watching this shit and reading this. She was jealous. Bitches will sit around y'all like this, y'all. They will sit right there, eat with you and everything, and feel like because they bought you in the game, it's like somebody messing with an NBA player or somebody, you know what I'm saying, that an NBA player's cousin and bring you into the circle. You mess with that NBA player and stuff, they get mad. I'm the one bought in. You owe them something. Claudia set her friend up and still hasn't gotten. Come on, Nurse K. You still ain't shit. Was her rent paid? Oh, okay, Jaded. Kelly baby is Blue Ivy twin. Anyone that's what they said, Miss Jackson. They said Kelly, a little boy, look just like Jaded. You about the 7th person that just said it in the chat. Didn't I tell y'all Claudia was jealous? Claudia was a pump and dump. Cathy figured out the ropes and carried herself as a classy woman. Yeah, Claudia been ran through. Claudia been ran through him, and Jay-Z handed me the bottle. He didn't hand you that bottle. And if he did, it was because of Cathy. It wasn't because of her for sure. Man, say, I digress.
$100,000 worth of shoes, but still lived in a dirty one-bedroom apartment, as well as saying that she couldn't believe Cathy had been landing higher profile men than her out in Los Angeles. Hollywood street kings would even accuse Cathy of working with people who had connections to the mob that were selling bogus health products. It was also said that the only reason she relocated from Los Angeles to New York is because Jay-Z agreed to put her up in a condo so the two could be closer. Eventually, the rumors and the harassment got so bad that Cathy shut down all of her social media pages. But there was one major flaw in the story that Jackie Jasper posted online about Cathy White, because he claimed that Cathy met Jay-Z in September of 2009 at a Floyd Mayweather fight. But there is no way that this could be true, because during that time, Jay-Z was on tour with the rock band Coldplay. And on the night that the boxing match was being held between Floyd Mayweather and Juan Marquez at the MGM Grand, Jay-Z was scheduled to perform at Wembley Stadium in London, England. Claudia Jordan was in Las Vegas during this time, but she was posting on social media about hosting for a grand opening of a new nightclub in Las Vegas. The Hollywood Street King website getting the timeline wrong of when Jay-Z and Cathy allegedly began their affair brought Jackie Jasper's credibility into question, but he still stood by his story and everything that he said about Cathy White and Jay-Z's relationship. After a few months went by, the blog post about Jay-Z having an alleged affair became less and less frequent, and it was during this time that Cathy would make her return to social media, going by the name of White Label PR. But this time she would have her pages private and only family and friends could see what she posts. So not much is known about her life after this point in January of 2011, although it did seem like she was in the process of starting her own PR firm. But unfortunately, less than a year later, her life would come to a tragic end because in the early morning hours of September 1st, 2011, almost exactly a year after the rumors came out about Cathy and Jay-Z, a 911 call was made from an apartment at 130 West 19th Street in Harlem, New York. It was in regards to Cathy White. She had been found unconscious on the floor. Cathy's friend Chenoa Maxwell would message Nikki Chu on Twitter, saying that she needed to contact her immediately because it was an emergency involving one of their friends. And soon they would all receive the news that Cathy White passed away. It would later be determined by the medical examiner that she passed away due to a brain aneurysm, something that was very rare for a seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. But surprisingly, even in her death, Jackie Jasper and the Hollywood Street Kings would continue their attack on Cathy's name. He wrote another blog labeling her a high-priced call girl for celebrities, and he would also write that before her death, she attempted to extort Jay-Z.
She was great. Talk to that white lady I told y'all about. Hey, honey, 5K, happy Wednesday, sister. She was ready to have an interview with that white lady. Her and Jay-Z stopped seeing each other and stuff. And what you having an interview about? If you ain't messing with Jay-Z and the rumors ain't true, you know what I'm saying? I can clear that up with you. I can clear that up with you. Real fast, quick, and in a hurry. So what was so detrimental that this white woman wanted to talk to her and do a tell-all? And she said that Cathy said, let me think about it. Yeah, they did the same with Khloe Kardashian in Cleveland when she had Tristan Thomas's baby. It's funny how Beyonce put that lyric in her song about a messy ass floor. That told the relationship with Jay-Z and Cathy without anybody saying anything. We didn't need Claudia's fake ass story. We didn't. Beyonce sung about it. Cathy was naturally beautiful. She was. No makeup, no nothing. That girl was naturally beautiful. And you could tell that she had a beautiful soul. Certain people you could just look at and you could tell they just genuinely beautiful inside and out. Yes, a thing. I work at the hospital. You are not to discuss any personal, especially celebrities. Yeah. That girl did something different. This wasn't forced. Jay-Z and Beyonce was forced. Because Beyonce became to be one of the biggest powerhouses in. Allegedly Free for 106. Yeah, come on, y'all know it's why Free left. They was putting Free through it too. Yeah. Nurse K. She definitely was beautiful like Kim was that. Prego too. Then B started wearing a fake stomach. Yeah. That show y'all how sick Beyonce is while we up here glorifying her. We can like her music. I can like her music, but I don't have to like the person. Like Mariah Carey, I like her music, but Mariah Carey is a nasty. Real nasty. She'll tell you straight up she's above you. Real nasty. I couldn't knock her music, but I do not like Mariah Carey. But this was forced. Cathy wasn't forced. And sometimes when you in that limelight, that getaway girl be the best girl. Somebody you ain't got to always hear about music and all the other shit. Cathy was her to Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? Cathy was her. she had to help commit the ultimate sacrifice to become the biggest entertainer in this day. Yeah, Erica Davis, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Z by threatening to expose their relationship unless he paid her a certain amount of money. And although he would later take the post down, his forum messages show that he stuck by his claims. He would also state that a major media platform already picked up Cathy's story and that all of the information was going to come to the light soon.
They want this story to be so true and it's just murder and it did not happen. She had a boyfriend that we all went to Magic Mountain together. And I hate that this girl who was such a beautiful girl is getting dragged. I just think about the family of this girl, how they must feel. Because I'm sure some of these blog stories get to them and they be like, is it true? Stop this rumor that she was pregnant by Jay-Z. She never told me that. I never seen her pregnant. I seen her drinking. We went to Magic Mountain, Six Flags together and was on the rides.
Oh, hell, we all done did that. Shut your ass up, Claudia. Shut your lying ass up. I'm sick of hearing Claudia's voice, seriously. Hell, we all done went somewhere pregnant, didn't know we was pregnant in some more shit. We've done it. We've drunk wine and some more shit, liquor. Hell, you know what I'm saying? And things start circulating. Don't think that Claudia was talking about her and she probably never got wind that Claudia was talking about her. You know what I'm saying? And I bet it was somebody in that group. I bet you somebody in that girls group did not trust Claudia as far as they could throw her. You get what I'm saying? Ring the Alarm by Beyonce says it. Yeah, it does. Ring the alarm. I've been doing this too long and I'll be damned if I see another bitch on your arm. This all was coming out before social media, so now that there's social media and people are starting to put things together as well. Yes, JD. Now with all the drug allegations in the satanic rituals, she doesn't even look the same. She used to be pretty, but now he's not Beyonce. That is, he is. I'm talking about who Urkel. Yeah, Bring the Alarm says it all. Yes, she said for real. Claudia's trying to disassociate herself from Cathy like Jay-Z tried to do with Diddy. Now all of a sudden nobody was friends. Come on, she like, you know what I'm saying? That was too Robin girl. I'm just sick of her, yeah, and so people want to, and they want to say she was pregnant. She never told me that. I wouldn't either. Because y'all didn't see Claudia's name saying, hey, we got an emergency. RIP to my girl. See, the disconnection was then. You feel me? Pay attention, y'all.
These are not things that people that are pregnant by superstars do. No. They try to protect that. Okay? Yeah. So I need y'all to stop, and people keep saying this shit. And it pisses me off. I'm sure it doesn't make her family feel good to constantly see this being brought up, that she was this mistress. She never told me. I met her in Memorial Day weekend in 2008. Okay? I went to Vegas with my friend Nikki Chu. So go ask.
We ain't asking nobody shit. We know for a fact she was the mistress with your good whole line ass. Let me tell y'all this. If you do mess with somebody with some money, you better keep it to yourself. When you all messing with somebody, keep it to yourself. Now I know we got our homegirls we share everything with. But one thing's for certain and two things for sure. When he's whining and dining you, you don't tell nobody shit. B comes from a bloodline of witches. Look at her mama. Did y'all see the concert when the little girl was up there and she was just a spinning baby? She was just feeling like the little butterfly ballerina that she was. She didn't know the script. She's autistic and shit. She don't know the script and stuff. And the mama knows was pissed off. Her face spoke 1,000 words. It scared me. It almost, get over there. You know what I'm saying? Talking under your, where can't nobody see your mouth move. Like she was on some ventriloquist when her face was like, her head was kind of moving like, get your ass over there. Get over there. Even Blue was aggressive with her because the little girl was, everybody chilling, Beyonce trying to talk. Embarrassed. We got the girl that's being praised by everybody around the world over beauty and music, but she's embarrassed. Because I'm embracing mine. I don't care what happened to my kid. Down syndrome, whatever. They mine. Endure you. Yeah, she scary, that Creole in him. You mix that Negro with that Creole, make a Texas Bama. She always makes sure to put that out there for us to know. We just ain't paid attention to it. When they say your enemies being too close is your biggest demise, that's the exact type of hoe they was talking about. She that bitch. Okay, that's why they hit Wendy Williams with that heart attack gun live on TV, because she started bringing up Kim Porter and Cathy. Absolutely, cassette. Somebody else just mentioned that too. Yeah, girl, Beyonce was embarrassed by that little girl spinning and jumping around, leaving at the people in the audience. She didn't want the people to see that she. Yeah, Erica, man. Boy, I was like, no, no. You know your daughter's autistic. That's what happens. They in their own little world. But everybody knows, so I mean, ain't nobody judging you off of that. Hell, we got autistic kids. I do. I ain't ashamed of my son. Look into the house of Darion Brand. What I used to love the word that. What is that? Is that Beyonce's clothes or
Okay,
something?
I'm not saying her name. She introduced me to her. We stayed in the same hotel room because back. And then people saying I signed NDAs. I'm in on this, and I'm like, y'all are making this story up. Like, people want these conspiracy theories to be so true.
Ain't no conspiracy.
Like, if I go like this again, I'm part of the Illuminati. I'm not. Like, I'm so tired.
You're part
And
of
it
the horror
seems the
body.
more I defend this, the more they want to believe it's.
House of Horror.
They want to believe. They want to believe.
Jackie messages that were allegedly between a New York Post reporter named Brad Hamilton and Cathy White's family, with him attempting to get an interview in order to get more information about Cathy. But no interview was ever conducted, and nothing would come from the Street King claims. But Cathy's story and mysterious death still captivated the public's attention, especially in the world of internet conspiracy theory. Some people found it very odd that Cathy passed away just 2 days after Beyonce's world-famous baby announcement. She would reveal that she was pregnant at the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards. And with Beyonce being one of the most popular artists of all time, the announcement would break records on Twitter. There was online speculation that Cathy may have been pregnant during this time as well, leading internet detectives to believe that Cathy White's death wasn't due to medical issues,
Bonnie,
that it was an Illuminati sacrifice. But her friend Claudia Jordan would come out and not only refute the pregnancy claims, but also the claims that Cathy and Jay-Z had an affair going on. She also called out Jackie Jasper for being a liar and a clout chaser, who was making up salacious stories about her and her friends for clicks and views. Claudia continued to maintain that all the accusations made against her and Cathy were absolutely false. Although Claudia did admit that the two had a falling out, but were able to talk about a week before Cathy's death and get on good terms.
Yeah, cause what I tell y'all, what I say they had, cause look, y'all don't think in a circle of friends that they ain't found out about Claudia saying shit about her. Claudia's always been messy. Tina knows look like the devil. Yeah, Tina was looking like the devil up on the stage. Tina great promoter a book. Beyonce's promoting that the mammy done wrote a book and shit and stuff like that. She done wrote a book, so the little baby, little whatever the little girl, the twin name is the girl. She's up there twirling and doing her own little thing. And Tina's face spoke volumes. They always say this, the face speaks 1,000 words, and it did and stuff. But Claudia sitting her lying, and now all of a sudden somebody you wasn't close to, yeah, we had a falling out, but the week before she died, we made up. Like, girl, stop. You know what I'm saying? You was just as much as a part of it as anything. Man, I want y'all to go check the rest of this video out. Let me get it for y'all. This is Beyond the Fame. Shout out to Beyond the Fame. I love Beyond the Fame videos. He really gets into a lot of depths and stuff over there. He really digs deep and he does his own work over there. And I love it. I love the work that he does. He's great. She bitches talking fast, rolling eyes, lying, trying to stay on script. If anybody would like to come up and share anything before I get out of here, feel free to. I'm gonna drop.
And then some blogs started writing stories about her and him and me, and she just distanced herself from everybody and just was like, I'm not doing this, and took away our social media. And then I was like, what? I go, I don't talk to blogs. I freaking hate the whole giving, like, tipping off on the stuff. Like, I'm not into that. But I understood she was a very private person. And about 2 weeks before she passed, I got a call from her out of nowhere. She's like, Claudia, who's that blogger that was saying all that stuff about us? I told her, I was like, yeah, he stay on my neck a lot. And she's like, yeah. I hate that we fell off. We were just starting to get to know each other. I really like you. And I never was the one that gave any stories about you to any blogger or anything. She goes,
why would she feel like that? Why would she go to Claudia at all her homegirls and stuff and ask Claudia, was she the one who's this blogger? Because she knew Claudia was in the world of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what Claudia did. Ain't that crazy that Claudia said, I don't like talking to bloggers, but she was one of them that started blogging? Ain't that this hypocritical of her to say? Pay attention. You know, Cathy was going to tell it all. He handled. She's like, and I wish me and her would got to know each other more. It's the lies for me, girl. You on all these trips and you don't know her? So what she's taking you for? I ain't taking nobody on a trip. Today is my birthday. Okay, Latasha, happy birthday. Y'all make sure y'all say happy birthday to Latasha Jackson before we get up out of here. And many more to come, sis. Yeah, y'all go check it out. I dropped the link to this in we right here on the 18-minute mark. It's a 52-minute and 3-second video, and we're on 18 minutes and 16 seconds. So you guys go check the rest of this video out. I dropped the link right here beyond the fame and stuff like that. Get more into this because we're going to be breaking down a lot of stuff that's in the Epstein files. I want to kind of stay on this road of Jay-Z. Not long, but just for a second. I want to get into a lot of stuff that we discussed within this Kelly Rowland and stuff like that, and then I want to move on from this part, but just give y'all a little bit more because then please drop the link to the files. I dropped it once and I'm going to drop it one more time for you guys. This is the Epstein files. I just dropped the link. You'll see it says justice. Hey Miriam, what's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. There it goes right there. That's the Epstein files right there. You guys go over there, check them out. I want to get into the JonBenet Ramsey part. I'll probably want to do that with Shank since he's covering JonBenet Ramsey and give him my thoughts on it. But I also want to get into Princess Diana. I definitely want to get into Princess Diana. I definitely want to get into the ranch down in New Mexico and stuff. I want to get into the harvesting and stuff of organs and babies. And then I want to get into Life Touch. So it's going to be a lot of stuff out of the files that we're going to break down. The C-19. Now we have the new virus. And the new virus is not COVID, you guys. They want you guys to run with that's a COVID virus. No, it's not. It's not C-19. This is not all off of the C-19. It's something like the C-19, but it is not C-19. This one is going to take a lot of more lives than the C-19. So let's stop believing running with everything that's put out there, okay? But the new virus is not the C-19. One of Beyonce's musicians said Beyonce was doing black magic on her and something about she killed her cat. I forgot her name. Yeah, we're definitely going to cover Beyonce. I think I want to get into her next. I do her and Jay-Z's relationship, and we might bring it back. I think I might want to bring it back about Cathy. I might want to finish this up. Y'all go check out the video. I want to do a part 2 on Cathy. I want to write the time down. 1816. Because I'm interested into Cathy White. I am. And then we'll get into the Kelly Rowland and all of that into this. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming through and just rocking with me, you know what I'm saying, and being interested into these stories. Like I said, some of this goes back into what's being brought out today, which is the Epstein files. I'm not just talking about these people just to talk about them. They're a part of the Epstein files. Their names are coming up. So I want to talk. I want to educate us so we can educate our communities and our children. And then I want to play a lyric when I do part 2 on Cathy White. I want to play that lyric where y'all gonna hear something Beyonce said about that messy ass floor and how who let her in the apartment building, which is kind of scary, right? Kind of scary. And now everybody's saying, go listen to these songs. Jay-Z is, yeah, he's a red rummer for sure. And he's not the only celebrity that gets talked about, but he's quick. Him and Beyonce's quick to put out these cease and desist so their names won't run volumes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody now is asking, where is Sir? Where's the son? Oh, he's too aggressive. Y'all to go over on TikTok and see those babies that's super aggressive, hitting their mamas in the face, karate kicking them and stuff like that. Trying to bring awareness to what they deal with. But when you got an image to uphold, you can't let nothing stand in the way.